Today in our 2014 Jeep Cherokee, we'll be installing the Roadmaster EZ4 baseplate kit with removable arms, part number RM-521447-4. Now to begin our install, we'll first go ahead and open up the hood. Then we're going to remove the front core support and radiator cover. To remove it, we'll need to remove all the push pin fasteners that secure it. These push pin fasteners are a two-piece fastener. We'll use our flat blade screwdriver to get underneath the center of the fastener, pry it up, and then remove it completely. Once we have all the fasteners out of the way, we'll go ahead and take the cover and remove it and set it aside for reinstallation later. Next, we'll need to remove the fasteners that secure the front fascia here at the engine bay. There's a total of 6 fasteners, 3 in each side. The third one is just below the front edge of the fender where the top edge of the fascia and the fender meet. Next, we're going to move to the wheel well. We'll need to remove 3 fasteners and the fender trim. Then we'll go ahead and pull out on the fender trim to release it from the front fascia. Once we have the fender trim out of the way, we'll then remove the 3 fasteners that hold the wheel well to the front fascia. Now with the driver's side complete, we'll move over to the passenger side and repeat the same process. Next, we're going to move underneath the vehicle. We'll need to remove the 4 fasteners to secure the front fascia to the lower core support. Next, we're going to remove the 2 pop rivets that secure the lower wheel well liner to the front fascia. Using a 1/4-inch drill bit, we'll drill out the pop rivet. Quick tip when drilling them out, short quick bursts usually work best. With the rivets removed, we can then pull back on the wheel well liner. Once we peel back the wheel well liner, we can see the bolt that secures the front fascia to the front fender. This will be near the top of the tire. With the driver's side done, I'll repeat the same process on the passenger side. We're going to move back to the driver's side. We're going to rotate the wheel in on the driver's side, turning it right towards the passenger side so that we can pull back on the wheel well liner, locate the purple and black manufacturer's connector that sits near the washer bottle. To disconnect the two, we'll press on the locking tab and remove them. Next, we're ready to remove the front fascia. When removing the front fascia, we'll pull out on the corners where the fascia meets the fender to release the fasteners underneath and then remove the fascia completely. Note, it's a good idea to get next to the hands to help you hold the fascia as you pull it off. Next, we're going to remove the aluminum brackets from the subframe. These brackets are held on by 3 large bolts and 1 nut, and they will not be reinstalled as the new base plate brackets will take their place. Next, we're going to remove the threaded stud with a cutoff wheel. And then we'll cut down the alignment tab and use a hammer to bend it flat. Next, we're going to cut out a section of the air dam behind the bumper. This will allow for the main receiver braces to sit in position. Using a paint marker, we'll go ahead and mark the air dam first. Then you can use a rotary tool or a sharp utility knife to remove the section. Next, we'll install the main receiver braces over top the aluminum brackets we removed earlier from the subframe. We'll reuse the manufacturer's bolt. Now, as we reinstall the original hardware or our new hardware for our base plate, we'll apply a little red Loctite to each one. Once we have our fasteners installed finger tight, we'll go ahead and run them down and then torque the specifications as indicated in the instructions. Next, on each side we'll install a support plate. Support plate will get bolted to the top of our receiver brace. We'll secure these with a bolt split lock washer and nut. Next, we'll just snug it up. Measuring from the top of our receiver brace up 2 5/8 inches in line with the attachment point, we'll need to drill a hole all the way through the bumper and then through our bracket. Our top fastener for the support bracket will be a bolt and flat washer that'll go through the bumper. Then between our aluminum bumper and the metal bracket, we'll install a mylar washer as an isolator between the two. Then we'll secure it with a split lock washer and nut. Next, we'll just snug it up. Next, we'll install the second support bracket, which the pre-drilled hole will line up with the pre-drilled hole in the main receiver brace, and we'll secure it with our 1/2 inch bolt. Again, we'll secure it with a split lock washer and a nut. I'm gonna hold it tight to the bumper and go ahead and tighten it down. Now we'll use the bracket as a template to drill out for the top support fastener. With our hole drilled out, go ahead and install the bolt and flat washer. Goes through the brace. Put our mylar washer, which will insulate the steel bracket from the aluminum bumper. Split lock washer, and then a nut. Then I can finish tightening down my fasteners. Now with all our fasteners tightened down, we'll go ahead and torque to specifications as indicated in instructions. Next, we'll need to modify the front fascia to allow for the base plate brackets. The system has an active louver system that'll need to be removed. We'll start by removing the electrical wiring from the louver system. The louver system has a red tab. We'll need to pry up on the tab and then press on the connector lock to remove it. Now with the wiring out of the way, we can go ahead and remove the 6 fasteners, 3 on each side, that secure the louver system in place. Now with the fasteners removed, we'll go ahead and gently pull up and release the plastic fasteners underneath that we're securing both top and the bottom. Next, we'll go ahead and mark out the area of the louver system that'll need to be trimmed and removed. Using a rotary tool, we can go ahead and cut this section out. Then we'll repeat the same process on the other side. Next, we'll go ahead and mark the front grille and the section that we'll need to cut out for our base plate bracket. We'll go ahead and move over to this other side and repeat the same process. We're now ready to reinstall our active louver system. All right, now with our louver system back in place and our wiring harness reinstalled, we cut out the 2 points where the wiring was secured. So we're gonna go ahead and use a drill bit, drill a small hole here in the plastic, and then use that hole as an attachment point. With that, we're now ready to reinstall our front fascia on the vehicle. Now we'll use the plastic rivets provided with the install kit to re-secure the wheel well liner to the bottom fascia. Using a 5/16 bit, we'll go ahead and enlarge the hole. We're now ready to reinstall our core support and radiator cover. Now we'll go through the operation of installing the attachment tabs. Line it up, twist, and it'll lock in place. And that'll do it for the install of the Roadmaster Easy Baseplate Kit with removable arms, part number RM-521447-4 on our 2014 Jeep Cherokee.